Okay, today we're going to be looking at solving trig equations. Now, we've been given problems like this before, sine x equals 1/2, when we were looking at inverse functions, dealing with right triangles, like for instance with angles of elevation or angles of depression. But what we're going to do in this section is take this sine x equals 1/2 and go beyond just a right triangle. So I want to talk about graphically what that means here in just a second. But first of all, you need to understand that you are not going to be given directions that just say solve. You're going to be given directions that include one of the two. Okay, we need to solve this equation either on a restricted domain, which in our book is usually from 0 to 360 or 0 to 2 pi, or we're going to be asked to solve this and give all solutions to that equation. So what does that mean graphically? Well, here I have the graph of y equals sine x, and we are looking for 1/2 equals sine x. So what values of x will give me a y value of 1/2? Well, 0.5 is the same thing as 1/2. So I can look at this point, which is going to be 30 degrees, this point, which would be 150 degrees, and I can keep going. I've got points over here and points over toward the left of my y-axis as well. What we're going to be doing is trying to figure out these x values that are going to give me a y value of 1/2. Looking at what this means graphically on a unit circle, again, I want my sine value here to be 1/2. Remember, your sine values are actually the y coordinates. So here I have a y value of 1/2, and then I also have a y value of 1/2 over here. So I want this angle, which is 30 degrees, and I also want this angle that's 150 degrees as my solutions. But notice that I could also keep going around this circle, right? If I continued on here, I could go all the way around the circle, 360 degrees, and then come back to this angle. And then I would have a coterminal angle that has the same y value. So not only do I have a 30-degree angle, but this angle that I have in blue here is 30 degrees plus 360. Well, I could keep going around again, 360 and another 360. Same thing over here. So what I end up with is a 30-degree angle plus some multiple of 360, or a 150-degree angle plus some multiple of 360. And again, what we are going to be doing is trying to figure out what this number is and what this number is, either in degrees or in radians.